Call to order Board of Zoning Appeals for September 12th, 2022. First item on the agenda is approval of the minutes from the August 22nd meeting.
So moved.
Second. Motion by Mr. Fuller, second by Ms. Peters. All those in favor, raise your right hand. All opposed, same sign. Motion carries 5-0.
No tells.
All right, we do have a special request for continuance. Chipman?
Yes.
Yeah, that's me.
You have a request to make,
To stand here.
but in.
Cody.
So you-
Yeah, I'm requesting the continuance on the zoning violation warning that I received.
That's
Possible.
PCD 2022-011 for 470 Gray Oak Lane.
That is correct, yes.
Okay. And you are wishing to continue it to a certain date, or?
To be determined.
This is going in front of our HOA they're trying to put an amendment to disallow me from renting my pool. And if that goes through, that vote is going to be taken on September 30th. It's when all votes have to come in.
Okay,
And if that goes through, then this
this will be withdrawn.
kind of new.
So should we move to push it to October 10th, and then if you end up withdrawing it, we'll pull it from the agenda?
Yeah, that'd be fine.
Mr. Chairman, I will be gone on October.
So you want to move it to the 24th?
Would work better. That would be acceptable.
Well, I'm no longer renting the pool this year anyway. I mean, because the season is over.
Okay, so if we move it to the October 24th, you would have no issue, and then obviously.
Yeah,
some
yeah,
changes.
yeah. If you move it to October 24th, that'd be fine. And then if my homeowner association, just allows me from doing it, then then I'll
You'll
just
hold the request.
I'll withdraw my request to appeal.
Okay, I'll take a motion. So moved. So a motion by Mr. Fuller, second by Mr. Wall. All those in favor, raise your right hand. All opposed, same sign. So motion to move it to the October 24th docket has been approved 5-0. Thank you so much.
Okay. Will I be notified? I mean, by email?
How will that work, Gabe?
We made a motion to continue it to that date at the public meeting, or at the meeting. So that will be the date of your hearing. We don't necessarily need to notify you. If you do wish to withdraw it though, you will need to send that request to the planning department, so we're aware of the request.
Okay, October 24th,
October 24th,
and then 6 p.m.
6 p.m.
All right, thank you very much.
Thank you. Okay, any other requests or continuances?
No.
Okay. We'll find as a fact. So BZA 2022-025 for Vandaco signs on behalf of JC Bank for 2871 South State Road 135.
Chairman, in consideration of statutory criteria, I move that we adopt the written findings of fact as presented, incorporating the evidence submitted into the record as our final decision and our final action for variance petition number BZA 2022-025.
Motion by Mr. Peters, second by Mr. Fuller. All those in favor, raise your right hand. All opposed, same sign. That motion carries 5-0. Take a motion for PTA 2022-026 Development Standards Variance for Vision Quest.
Mr. Chairman, having considered the statutory criteria, move that we direct the Corporations Council. That's enough.
Right one. So actually down.
Sorry. Mr. Chairman, in consideration of the statutory criteria, move that we adopt the written findings of fact as presented, incorporating the evidence submitted into record as our final decision, final action for variance petition number BZA 2022-026.
Motion by Mr. Fuller, second by Mr. Moll. All those in favor, raise your right hand. All opposed, same sign. That motion carries 5-0. Take the same for BCA 2022-027 Development Standards Variance for Kelly McLaughlin for 550 North Madison Avenue.
Mr. Chairman, in consideration of the statutory criteria, I move that we adopt the written findings of fact as presented, incorporating the evidence submitted into the record as our final decision, final action for variance petition number BZA 2022-027.
Mr. King, second by Mr. Fuller. All those in favor, raise your right hand. All opposed, same sign. That motion carries 5-0. Last one is BCA 2022-028 use variance for racetrack for unaddressed property at I-65 and Main Street.
Mr. Chairman, consideration of the statutory criteria, move that we adopt the written findings of fact as presented, incorporating the evidence submitted to the record as our final decision and final action for variance petition number BZA 2022-028.
Moved by Mr. Moll, second by Mr. King, all in favor, raise your right hand. All Thank you. All opposed, same sign. Motion carries 5-0. Trying to hold that. All right. Moving on, there's no old business, any old business from the floor. Seeing none, we'll move on to new business, which should be BZA 2022-030, Development Standards Variance for the Johnson County Public Library, relief from the Unified Development Ordinance for accessory uses that shall not be made of steel. Those wishing to present, please come to the podium and be sworn in by our secretary. And then is there anyone online who wishes to speak to this?
Anybody else?
Okay. Oh. I'm sorry. So did you get your name and address for the record?
I am Lisa Linder, Johnson County Public Library Director. My office address is 49 East Monroe Street, Franklin, Louisiana. I'm here on behalf of the White River Branch Library.
Okay, and Stevie, you did get her sworn in?
Yeah.
Okay, I apologize for that. Before we get started, I do want to ask if all the notices and affidavits and everything are in order.
The notices are in order and in the file.
And I now submitted to the record the certified copy of the comprehensive plan and the unified development ordinance.
With that, was there anyone else wishing to speak for or against? So I'll call on you. We'll get you sworn in after testimony here. So, all right, go ahead and tell us why you're here.
I'm here to allow for a gazebo made of steel to be on the property of the White River Branch Library. It is on the concrete pad at the front entrance of the library by a sidewalk.
Okay, and do you have your answers to your statutory criteria? Let's walk through those. Number one, the approval will not be injurious to the public health, safety, morals, and general welfare of the community because
It is an attractive, well-constructed gazebo made of steel and is securely anchored to a concrete pad. It is close and in clear view of the library. All four sides are open, allowing for clear visibility of any activity. The structure is intended to provide a value to the community. The library has learned through the pandemic that many customers prefer to be outside, either in a program or in the open air. This gazebo will allow internet use and programs such as crafts or book discussions to be held outside with shade and rain protection.
okay. Number two, the use and value of the area adjacent to the property included in the variance will not be affected in a substantially adverse manner because
The gazebo is small and only allows a limited number of people to use it at one time. It will enhance the programs and activities of the library that we already do, and it is 25 feet from the property line and is aesthetically pleasing.
number three, the strict application of terms of zoning ordinance will result in practical difficulties in the use of the property because
The steel structure, which is textured and made to look like wood, is more durable than other structures. It will require less maintenance and it will keep its attractive appearance longer without attention.
and then number four, the structure is not regulated under Indiana Code 8-21-10-3 for hazard air navigation. Anything else you would like to add?
I just want to say I provided you with a photo of the gazebo to see that it does look like wood. And at our last variance hearing, we did hear feedback from the community regarding trash. So you can see there's a trash can installed.
Appreciate that. Okay, if nothing else, then, is there anyone online that's wishing to speak to this? Oh, so we're good. Right. Miss, let's have you be sworn in. I don't know that you were sworn in initially. All right, name and address for the record.
Keaton Schwinn, 1652 Library Boulevard, Greenwood, Indiana, 46142.
Shannon, let us know your thoughts here.
Well, section 100305 states accessory structures under 300 square feet shall be made of wood, fiber, cement, masonry, or same materials as a primary structure. In no instance shall still be utilized. And it is apparent that, that the structure, at least one exactly similar to it, was purchased from Lowe's. It is of steel, and it has a 3-year limited warranty, a 2,000 pound snow load capacity, and numerous reviews online, negative reviews relative to rusting, fading of the wood grating, and collapsing of the roof in high winds and snowfall. Where the BCA has granted an additional variance further exacerbates the actions where 2 other variances were permitted, which was that it was allowed in a CM zone, commercial medium zone, and also it was allowed in the front yard. I'm hoping that today's hearing does not allow for the steel structure to stand because it does have negative reviews. I said, if it is that same structure from Lowe's with a 3-year limited warranty, and then the negative reviews as far as on snow load and high wind issues, and and collapsing of the roof for snow loads and high wind issues. So that is also a concern. I wouldn't think that it was lesser maintenance with a 3-year limited warranty. And also, I face the western sun, so I know that faces the western sun. So fading is an issue, and the wood grating is just a thinly applied paint. Thank you.
Lanier? Is that-
Whitner?
Littner, do you have any response to that?
No, I just know that if you go to our library properties, we do maintain and keep things in very good order, and it's very important for us that things are safe. So just say that I can promise that I will make sure that that gazebo is maintained in good order.
Anything additional? Seeing none, I'll close the public hearing. Open up to the board. Ms. Peters,
No questions.
Mr. Fuller,
Can you tell us where this was purchased?
It was purchased through Lowe's.
Okay.
I'm not sure exactly what she was looking at, but it was purchased through Lowe's.
And installed by them as well?
No, our maintenance staff installed it.
Thank you.
It is like an online order type of thing, not one on their property.
All right. Thank you.
Sure.
Mr. King,
Nothing.
Mr. Moll.
Good.
I mean, this looks very nice, and it does look very wooden in nature. And Mr. Nelson, I think the staff had some comments actually that in the staff report that you were amenable to this.
Yeah, we agreed with the petitioner's statement of reasons. We believe it meets the intent of our unified development ordinance based on the appearance. It also has been reviewed preliminarily by our building team to make sure that it is a safe structure. In the meantime, while it's going through this variance process, they were able to get out on site and see the structure. And my review that I received is that it is a safe structure. We are favorable with the condition that it obtains a building permit where they would do a full inspection on the gazebo to ensure that it is a safe, well-built structure.
Sir, any precedent, Sean or Gabe, on maintenance requirements for something like this, where concerns of the
We actually have nuisance ordinances that if people do not maintain their properties, then code enforcement would go out and give them a notice and they would have to abate it. So there is another set of laws that make sure that people are maintaining their properties or they would be pursued for that.
And that would include if this thing started just rusting out.
We do have a property maintenance section of our nuisance ordinances. People have to maintain their detached, accessory structures, their homes, their yards, their properties.
I have no further questions. We already confirmed everything in order, so I'll take a motion to admit everything in evidence.
Go ahead.
Chairman, I move that we admit all the evidence presented in regard to this matter, including the notices, receipts, maps, photographs, written documents, petitioner's application and attachments, petitioner's detailed statement of reasons, the staff report prepared by the planning department, certified copies of the unified development ordinance and comprehensive plan, testimony of the petitioner, city planning staff, and any remonstrators, and all other exhibits presented, be they oral or written, for consideration by this board in regard to this petition, and to include the testimony of those present this evening.
Motion by Ms. Peters, second by Mr. Fuller. All those in favor, raise your right hand. All opposed, same sign. That motion carries 5-0. I'll take a motion on the document itself.
Mr. Chairman, I move that we approve this request variance and with the condition by the staff, a building permit is to be obtained for the gazebo.
Motion by Mr. Fuller to approve with conditions, second by Mr. King. All those in favor, raise your right hand. All opposed, same sign. That motion carries 5-0. Take a motion to direct the Corporation's Council to draft written findings of fact.
Mr. Chairman, having considered the statutory criteria, move that we direct Corporations Council Office to draft written findings of fact regarding our decision on this on the variance request presented in variance petition number BZA 2022-030. Said findings to specifically incorporate the staff report and the evidence submitted into the record for consideration and adoption by the Board of Zoning Appeals as our final decision and final action regarding this petition at our next meeting.
Fuller, second by Mr. Moll. All those in favor, raise your right hand. All opposed, same sign. That motion carries 5-0. Ms. Lindner, you'll be able to proceed under the condition of being inspected and
For me.
getting permitted. Going through inspection process. Any new business from the floor? Seeing none in the announcements.
Next meeting, we do have our full schedule, so we will have a couple of variances and a dimensional variance, 2-dimensional variance and 1 use variance at this time. So let's see you guys there.
Yeah, and I will be out.
No, you don't.
I do. I was like, coincide with the light schedule. So, any other announcements, Sean?
No, sir.
Seeing none, take a motion to adjourn. So moved. Mr. Fuller, second by Mr. Moll. It's adjourned. Actions off.
So now we've changed it.